The results of the match between John Cena and Randy Orton at Backlash have been revealed. Who will really win? Will Cody Rhodes return at Backlash? Will Cody Rhodes interfere with the match between John Cena and Randy Orton? Randy Orton never wants to lose in his hometown. Then will John Cena lose at Backlash? Let's talk in detail about some special updates in this video. After the recent WrestleMania event and the Raw episode, many updates have been revealed about John Cena's farewell story. And in the last Raw and SmackDown episodes, Randy Orton treated John Cena to 2 Super RKOs. Randy Orton, when Cody Rhodes had been the champion, had told Cody Rhodes that after you defeated John Cena at WrestleMania 41, I will challenge you for my 15th championship. But now all that has changed and John Cena is currently the undisputed Universal Championship holder. Because of this, there was a good promo between Randy Orton and John Cena on the last Raw episode. On John Cena's first Raw episode since WrestleMania 41, Randy Orton sneaked up behind him and delivered an RKO to John Cena while he was talking to the fans. This was a big hint that Randy Orton would challenge John Cena for his 15th championship. The hint that Randy gave in the Raw episode, that is, the challenge, was also accepted by John Cena in the previous SmackDown episode. This clearly shows that WWE is working to give John Cena, who is now on his farewell journey, another good storyline as soon as one match is over. WWE is already working on a new storyline for John Cena and Randy Orton. WWE has officially scheduled the match between them to held at Backlash on May 10th. The special feature of this match is that the Backlash event will be held in Randy Orton's hometown, St. Louis, Missouri. But Randy's real hometown is Knoxville, Tennessee. It was in St. Louis, Missouri that Randy developed his wrestling skills and got into a good stand in life. Therefore, St. Louis, Missouri is also considered Randy Orton's hometown. Now let's get to our main topic. Who will win the Backlash between these two? There are 2 general opinions about this. One is that John Cena is definitely going to win this match because he is spending his last days in WWE. The other opinion is that since this match is being held in Randy Orton's hometown, Randy is definitely going to win this match. But no matter what the opinions are, only one of these 2 is going to win the match in the end. Therefore, let's talk very clearly with the available facts about who will win and lose in this match. Let's take a look at what Triple H said about John Cena during the press conference held after WrestleMania 41. Before we even get to that, Money in the Bank, Backlash, May 10th, St. Louis, you get to see the new champ there in John Cena. That will be an incredible night as well. When a journalist asked from Triple H is John Cena's next live pay-per-view event would be Money in the Bank. Then Triple H said that would be see our new champ at Backlash, which will be held next May before the Money in the Bank event. There is a reason why fans are so excited about the Money in the Bank event. The reason is that they are hoping to see a match between CM Punk and John Cena at Money in the Bank, or because many fans are hoping that a feud between the 2 could be created at this event. Wrestling fans have been eagerly awaiting a one more match between John Cena and CM Punk for a while now. But when fans were wondering if there would be a match again between the 2, they were happy to hear that. Since this is John Cena's farewell tour, various rumors have been circulating on social media that a match between the 2 will definitely be seen. Therefore, if WWE is going to create a storyline between them again, the fans started to find out that when and at which event their match will be held. Therefore, many fans these days believe that there is a high chance of seeing a match between John Cena and CM Punk at Money in the Bank. Looking at this, one thing that is pretty certain is that Cody Rhodes, who held the undisputed WWE Universal Championship title for about a year after defeating John Cena and giving him a title run, now the match that fans are mainly looking forward to is the match between CM Punk and John Cena. If a fabulous match like this were to be held as a good title match than a non-title match, it would attract even more attention from the fans, and their match would also be able to receive great response from the fans. In addition, WWE are already running a storyline that has completely changed John Cena's character and made him to do a heel turn, making even his fans hate him. After they made a storyline like this and allowed John Cena has won the title, WWE won't drop John Cena's title at the very next event at Backlash and immediately after that. Because if WWE lose Cena's title at Backlash, there would be no need to put in so much effort. It would have been easier to keep John Cena as a babyface and create a better storyline. What this also shows is that John Cena's title run this time will not end in a short period of time. In addition, after John Cena won the title at WrestleMania 41, what he is now telling fans in promos is that John Cena is the last real undisputed WWE Universal Champion. He also said this to Randy on yesterday's SmackDown episode. I have been champion 17 times so far. You had been champion 14 times. Do you think you can break my record? Further, Cena said, if I just took this title home with me when I retired without losing it to anyone, you'll never break my record. You'll have to frozen at the same where you were champion for the 14th time. Perhaps WWE could remove the undisputed WWE Universal Championship title with the John Cena's retirement and introduce a new championship title. Therefore, it can be said that the undisputed championship currently held by John Cena cannot be easily won by any other wrestlers. Another main reason why John Cena defeated Randy Orton is John Cena announced on the last Raw episode that he will be appearing on a total of 36 WWE shows this year, including pay-per-view events, Raw, and SmackDown. John Cena has already appeared on 10 of those shows. There are only 26 appearances left. But apart from the dates mentioned below, not all the shows where John Cena will be appearing are listed anywhere. The dates that John Cena is currently listed as appearing are May 9th, SmackDown in Dayton, Ohio. May 10th, Backlash in St. Louis. May 24th, Saturday night's main event in Tampa, Florida. May 30th, SmackDown in Knoxville, Tennessee. June 6th, SmackDown in Bakersfield, California. June 13th, SmackDown in Lexington, Kentucky. June 20th, SmackDown in Grand Rapids, Michigan. August 31, Clash in Paris. September 1, Raw in Paris. Only a handful of such appearances have been reported in the media. Therefore, WWE is keeping John Cena's not-mentioned 16 appearances in secret. Therefore, it can be said that WWE is planning to surprise the fans by giving John Cena a special entry in the future shows when fans are not expecting him. Therefore, I think that since John Cena is going to participate totally 26 more appearances, which were including not mentioned 16 and mentioned 10 appearances, it is difficult for John Cena to have a good storyline without a title. Therefore, it can be said that John Cena will definitely win the match between John Cena and Randy Orton that WWE is going to held at Backlash this time. Another reason to believe that John Cena will retain the title at Backlash is on yesterday's episode of SmackDown, John Cena and Randy Orton did a face-to-face promo. In that promo, they were revealed many things in front of the fans. If you take a look at what they talked about, Randy Orton told first. Do you know what I found out just a couple days ago? In a couple months, it'll be 25 years to the day that you and I first shook hands. 25 years I have known you for 25 years. And I mean this as a compliment up until a few months ago. You never changed. You were always about hustle loyalty. It wasn't some catchy slogan for merchandise. It was a way of life. It was your mantra for every day of your life. So I realized these last few months, I need to think long and hard about what's going on. There's a void inside you, John, a void that needs fulfillment. So I started racking my brain, and I started thinking about all of the fans over the years, the millions and millions of kids that have looked up to you since day one, all the kids that you have motivated, that you have been a role model for. These kids, they set goals because of you. They accomplished those goals and set more goals. Whether it was the track field, on the court, in the classroom, you made those children better. Generations and generations of children looked up to you. Surely that means something to you. You've granted more wishes than anybody in the history of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You can't tell me, I know you too well, you cannot tell me that each and every one of those sick children that you've met left with a piece of your heart. You can't tell me that they were just a number. I know that that meant something to you. So I figured out how to fill the void. Take it from me. John, you need to have some damn kids. Wait, could you imagine a bunch of square-jawed, thick, four-armed little Senas running around? The world would be a better place, and then you would be back to who you are, who you truly are, who I know you are. You need to become a father, man. Grow up. It'll make you a better human being. Then John Cena replied that, how dare you prance out here with a smile on your face under the guise of making me feel better and then parent shame me in front of the whole world. Congratulations, Randy Orton. You have children and you love them. Good for you. Do you want to know the real reason why I don't have kids? Because I've spent the last 25 years raising yours. And by the sound of it from this group tonight, I have done an impeccable job. Here is the real truth. For the last 25 years, I have been a better parent to your children than you could ever be. That's right, kid. Your dad's a loser. Oh, great. A 6-year-old just gave me the finger. Classy. Very, very classy. Sir, that is why I don't have kids. I've been policing brass like this for a quarter of a century. Bit of advice, kid. Never bring a knife to a gunfight. That's your loser dad didn't teach you that one. Don't look at me like you're going to do something either. Randy said again. Are we done here? John, no, we're not even close to being done, man. God, has that Hollywood rot, has it set so deep inside your brain you can't even hear what I'm saying right now? It doesn't have to be one or the other. These fans are the reason why you are here standing before me in this ring right now. They're the reason you're in Hollywood right now. WWE is why you made it to Hollywood, and you are crushing it. You cut your teeth here. You honed your skills here. You developed your work ethic in this ring. You took it to Hollywood, and like I said, you are crushing it. Without the WWE, there is no Hollywood. And without the WWE universe, there is no WWE. No matter which way you add it up, no matter what kind of math you apply to it, these fans are the biggest reason that you were standing here today in this ring with me. John, I've made a lot of mistakes throughout my life, throughout my career. I've learned from them. I've had a long journey, but I can go in that locker room. I can hold my head up high, and I get respect from my peers. I am a piece of furniture here. I am here to stay. You, man, you're just a guest, John Cena replied. We all have our perspectives. I used to believe yours that without them, there is no WWE. I used to think that we won together. I was wrong. We didn't win anything. I did. I have never needed a single one of these people. They will chant in the same breath. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. I just called out a randomly, and he turned pale white. Imagine being told you suck for 25 years. They don't mean anything to me. You are just like all of them. You're all hypocrites, because once you get tired of me, you can put your energy into any superstar you want to cheer for. But if the roles are reversed and I put my energy into anything other than this, I'm an outcast, I'm a guest. That's why this is dysfunctional. That's why this doesn't work anymore. That is not a functional relationship. That is manipulation. You are simply manipulating the truth to make yourself feel good that you have done nothing with your lives. The only thing that man right there has done is dress up to look like Jack Black. He's 100 years old, and that's all he has to say for his life. I get criticized and labeled as an outcast, a guest for simply trying to do something different. Randy said it. You know what? I was so stupid. I was so stupid to come out here and think for 1 second that in this weird, bizarre world where I'm a good guy and you're a bad guy, that you would somehow listen to what I'm saying. But the words that are coming out of my mouth, they're not penetrating your thick-ass skull, are they, John? Cody Rose, before his badass entrance music starts, It Wrestling, more than one royal family. You know he's not just talking about his family, right? He's also talking about my family. You want to ruin wrestling? Wrestling has given me everything. Ever since I came out of my mother's womb, wrestling has provided for me. Wrestling will provide for me, my children, my loved ones, until I am put 6 feet in the freaking ground. Ruin wrestling? You're not gonna ruin wrestling. Not over my dead body. John Cena said, shut your mouth. You just don't understand. I'll explain it to you. I've already won 17, okay? You've won 14. But after I take this home with me, you are forever frozen at 14. Yes, there will be another show. You will have other matches. They will create some tinfoil title and decide a champion. And if you are lucky to ever get your hands on it, your counter starts over at 1. You babbling moron. What I am trying to do, Randy Orton, is when I leave here, make sure 3 generations of your family is erased. Finally, Randy told to John Cena, you say you're the last real champ? All right, prove it right here, right now. Put that title on the line and fight me. John Cena replied to Randy Orton's challenge, there should be a match. Randy Orton versus John Cena for the Undisputed Championship. But it shouldn't happen here. I've already given you a hard enough time. It's not your fault. It's for Randy. It should happen at Backlash, because Backlash is in St. Louis. I know that's hard for you to hear, but for Randy, it's great because Randy is from St. Louis. So you can spend the whole day with your family, Randy. You make sure you show up well rested. Randy Orton at his best, because I need Randy Orton at his best. Because after Backlash, when you fail, you will have no excuse. This is what the last real champion looks like. And this goes to this championship as you're ever going to get. Later, when John Cena tried to hit Randy Orton hit Cena with his RKO again and took the Undisputed Championship in his hands and held it up high to show the fans. This is the 2nd time in a row that Randy Orton has attacked John Cena. If John Cena keeps getting beaten up by Randy Orton, it will only help John Cena gain a positive vibe among the fans. The special thing about this promo is that Randy Orton never said in his speech that he would defeat John Cena and win the Undisputed Championship. Looking at it this way, what is also clear from Randy Orton's speech is that Randy has no chance of winning the title in this time. Our next topic is, when will Cody Rhodes return to WWE? There is currently no specific date for Cody Rhodes' return to WWE. Rumors are circulating these days that Cody Rhodes may return at next month's Backlash event. Other rumors also suggest that he could return at Money in the Bank. My personal prediction is that if Cody Rhodes returns, he will most likely return at SummerSlam. Because of this, I think there will be no disruption to the match between John Cena and Randy Orton at Backlash from Cody Rhodes. So guys, comment your thoughts about Cody Rhodes' return and the John Cena versus Randy Orton match at Backlash. Then I'll see you again with another huge update. Have a great day.